What should you do if a woman that you find attractive is looking at you and seems to be interested in talking to you? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 7 different facial body language expressions that you can display to her to show her that you notice she is looking at you and to create a bit of a spark of sexual attraction inside of her so she is even more interested in talking to you. I'm also going to give you 3 conversation starters that you can use to start a conversation with her and get something going. Now, before we get into all of those details, I want to explain what type of look I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a woman just glancing at you and looking away. I'm not talking about a woman looking at you twice, having a double take where she looks at you, looks away, and then looks again. Not talking about that. I'm talking about a woman who looks at you at least 3 times, and in some cases, it may seem that she is even staring at you a bit. Now, of course, I'm not talking about those crazy women that you sometimes see on the street or in public transport where they look at people and they just stare and things like that. I'm not talking about those sort of women. I'm talking about normal, attractive women who are single and are looking at you because they find you attractive, and in that moment, they're open to something happening between you and them. Additionally, before we get into the body language expressions and the conversation starters, I just want to point out that if a woman looks at a guy 3 times or is even kind of staring at him, it doesn't always mean that she is completely interested in talking to him and she wants something to happen. There can be some exceptions. For example, here are some of the reasons why a woman might be looking at you or even kind of staring at you. She finds you attractive and wants to make it clear, so you then approach her and start a conversation. She is just flirting with you and doesn't care if you approach her or not. For example, she likes to get random guys interested in her as she goes about her day. You remind her of someone she knows. She's just randomly staring at you because she's deep in thought or thinking about life. You have something unusual about you that has caught her attention. For example, a tattoo, a t-shirt with an interesting slogan, and so on. She likes your face, body, appearance, or fashion sense, so she's looking at you, but she's not necessarily hoping that you approach her and something happens between you and her. In cases like that, she might already be in a relationship and is just looking at you because she finds you attractive in that moment. Next, she wants to see if you have the confidence to maintain eye contact with her, rather than looking away quickly like most guys do. Alternatively, she wants to get random guys interested in her and make her female friends jealous that she is getting a lot of attention from men. Finally, she feels compelled to stare at you but doesn't really know why. She's just doing it. In a lot of cases, if a woman looks at you at least 3 times and seems to be interested, or she's somewhat staring at you, it usually means that she is interested in talking to you. Yet the reality is that there are going to be exceptions, and the way around that is to use body language expressions first if you don't want to just walk over and approach a woman that may not be interested in you. When you have the confidence to use one of the following facial body language expressions, what will usually happen is that a woman will respond by smiling, looking at you even more, and she may even have a little laugh to herself and show you that she is open to the interaction. The first facial body language expression is the curious look. So remember, this is where a woman has looked at you at least 3 times or seems to be somewhat staring at you and showing interest. You then give her a curious look. The next facial body language expression also includes the use of your hand. It's the friendly wave. You're essentially saying hello to her in a friendly way. You're giving her that gesture to let her smile, laugh, and potentially wave back, or smile and laugh to show you that she is open to interacting with you. The next facial body language expression also uses your hand and includes a point. It's the "do I know you" point and wave. The next facial body language expression is the "call me" gesture. Do this just for fun and to get a laugh out of her, right? It's not a serious thing. It's okay to be playful and joke around with women. You can also add in a point if she reacts and starts to smile and laugh. Once again, understand that you're only doing that to get a laugh. Making her laugh creates a bit of a spark between you and her. It makes her much more open to being approached by you as long as you're only doing it in a playful manner. You're not being serious about the gesture, you're just being playful. The next facial body language expression is the enamored look. This is where you seem to be pleased to be looking at her. You're essentially appreciating her beauty and you're showing her that you like how she looks. Now remember, this is where a woman has been looking at you at least 3 times. She seems to be staring at you and showing interest in you, so you are showing interest back in her. Many women really like it when a man finds them that attractive and isn't being sleazy about it, right? He's being subtle about it and showing her that he finds her very attractive. He's singling her out from the crowd. He's looking at her and he has a genuine attraction for her. He's not just looking at every woman trying to get something. He's looking at her and giving her an enamored look, right? He's letting her see that he finds her attractive. Another facial body language expression is the game on expression. This is where you see her looking at you and holding eye contact as a challenge, and you do it in a playful way. It's essentially you saying to her, all right, game on. Let's see who looks away first, but you do it in a friendly way. You smile and allow yourself and her to enjoy looking at each other for however long it lasts. So this is where you catch her looking at you and she is now holding eye contact. Now that might look a bit weird on camera, but when you and a woman are having a moment and you're looking at each other and smiling, it's an enjoyable experience. Additionally, when she notices that you have the confidence to maintain eye contact and the social intelligence to also add in a smile and be a bit charming, then she's going to feel attracted to you in many ways at the same time. She's going to be feeling attracted to your confidence, to your social intelligence to be able to create and handle a moment like that, and your charm for being able to make her feel good while she's looking at you by adding in a smile. Where a lot of guys go wrong is that when they make eye contact with a woman who has been looking at them, the guy will look away, right? He'll think that he's doing something wrong by looking at her. He'll feel like he's been busted. He may also worry that if he shows too much interest by looking at her again, it might make him seem desperate. Yet, she's looking at him repeatedly, and she's giving him an opportunity to be able to create a spark between himself and her and then make something happen. Additionally, where some other guys go wrong is that when they're making eye contact with a woman and trying to win the challenge of who's going to look away first, the guy is too serious about it and doesn't add in a smile, right? He looks at her in a serious manner. If you want to create a spark of sexual attraction inside of her, then be a bit more charming about it by adding in a smile. The final facial body language expression that I want to show you is the point and smile. This is where you point at a woman, smile, and with your body language, you essentially communicate to her, I caught you looking at me. You can also add in a bit of a shake of the finger to make it a bit more playful and essentially say to her that she is doing something naughty, she's being naughty, and so on. Some women will react by smiling and essentially saying, what did I do? And they'll have a bit of a laugh about that. Alternatively, a woman will just smile and she'll seem open to the interaction. Then you can walk over and use one of the following conversation starters that I'm about to provide. Hey, how are you? I've included that conversation starter because I want you to understand that you can still start the conversation in a normal, easygoing manner. It doesn't always have to be about what has gone on between you and her with the body language expressions. It can be, and sometimes it is applicable to do that, but in other cases, if you just trust your gut instinct, sometimes it's better to just say, hey, how's it going? Or hey, how are you? And start the conversation. Yet, as I said, sometimes it is applicable and it does help to talk about the fact that she was looking at you. So you can say something like this. Hey, I noticed you staring at me a lot and I figured you'd probably be too shy to come over and say hi, so I thought I'd come over and say hi. Hey, I noticed you were looking my way and thought you'd probably be a bit too shy to come over and say hi, so I thought I'd come over and say hi. You can say anything along those sort of lines and then introduce yourself by name and ask her name, then start to make her feel sparks of attraction for you by displaying personality traits and behaviors that are naturally attractive to women, such as you being confident, being charismatic, making her laugh, and so on. The next conversation starter is also about how she was looking at you. Okay, so you got my attention with that funny look you were giving me, so I thought I'd have to come over and meet you. I'm Dan. At that point, she's most likely going to say something about the funny look and ask you what sort of funny look was she giving you, or say that she wasn't giving you a funny look. Then you can continue the humor. Okay, it wasn't your funny look, it was your funny dress. No, just kidding. You look amazing in that dress. It was really you in this dress that got my attention. I had to come over and say hi. At that point, the woman is going to feel attracted to your confidence, to your charm, and the fact that you can make her laugh as you're talking to her. There's going to be an instant spark between you and her. From there, you can build on her sexual attraction for you, create an unforgettable connection with her, and then get to a phone number, a kiss, and have sex on the first night, or get her phone number, send her a text, set up a date, kiss and have sex on the first date, and then start a relationship. If you'd like to learn how to keep a conversation going and keep it interesting once you've started a conversation, how to make a woman feel increasingly attracted to you as you talk to her, how to create an unforgettable connection between you and a woman, and how to get to all of those next level moments such as getting a phone number, a kiss, date, or sex, then I recommend that you read my ebook, The Flow, or listen to the audiobook version, The Flow on Audio. The Flow is everything that you need to know to go from hello to sex with a woman that you find attractive. It includes my best ever examples of conversation starters and how to keep conversations going and keep them interesting. It includes my best techniques for instantly making a woman feel attracted to you and making her feel increasingly attracted to you the more she talks to you. When you read The Flow or listen to The Flow on Audio, you will also learn how to create an unforgettable connection between yourself and a woman, how to initiate touch in a way that she wants and welcomes, how to get her phone number, how to get to a kiss, how to get to a date, how to get to sex, and so on. The Flow includes my best techniques for getting to a kiss and sex on the first night, and it also includes my best techniques for getting to a kiss and sex on the first date. You can use those techniques to have sex on the second date or third date if you want to. It doesn't really matter. As long as you go through the simple steps of the flow and you use the techniques that I provide, everything will flow from one step to the next with a woman that you find attractive. One final point that I want to make for you in this video is that most women out there react positively when a guy walks over in a confident, easygoing manner and starts a conversation. When you know how to start conversations in that way and instantly begin to make women feel attracted to you and then increasingly attracted to you as they talk to you, women are so much easier to pick up. They open up to the interaction, they want to contribute to the conversation, they want to get to know you, and they want to take things to the next level. Once you have that skill, you can then have your choice with women. You don't have to accept whatever you can get and then get into a relationship with a woman that you're not even very attracted to. Instead, you can select the ideal woman for you and have sex with her, or if you want to, have a relationship with her as well. So the next time a woman that you find attractive is repeatedly looking at you or seems to be kind of staring at you because she's interested in you, then do something about it. Start an interaction with her and make something happen.